Hello everyone, I'm ExxotikGaming and welcome back to another gaming video on my YouTube channel. Today's video is very special because we are going to be doing another comparison between two awesome pixelated shooting games, Pixelgun 3D and Pixel Strike 3D. If you can recall, recently I did a video titled Pixelgun vs Pixelfield, where I compared those two games and I said if I got enough support on that video, I would compare the games that I am doing in this video. I'm happy to say you guys wanted to see this video. Now, here's another thing. I could even do another game comparison, Block City Wars versus Pixelgun 3D. Would you want that? Leave a like down below if you would. Again, enough support on this video, and I can definitely do that game comparison. Anyways, with that being said, let's get into today's video. As you can see, in the background, I have various clips of gameplay from both games to add to your viewer experience. Now, going forth towards this comparison, we have 4 different categories we'll be looking at with both games: graphics, gameplay, creativity, and ease of access. I didn't include creativity in the Pixelgun vs Pixelfield video, and I realized that's a pretty big component to a game's success. So without further ado, I hope you're all excited, and let's jump into the comparison. To begin, as I stated earlier, we must talk about graphics. Graphics is a hugely important thing in any game that you play. You cannot play a game like Pixelgun with the graphical quality of Pac-Man and expect people to enjoy it. It's just not possible. Anyways, if we look at both games, we do see they are relatively similar in terms of graphical quality. The thing is, they are both pixelated shooters, so there really isn't going to be much of a difference between them. However, there are some differences, and we will address those now. With Pixel Strike, I must say we do see much more traditional Minecraft-style graphics. The game creators did really want to stay true to the Minecraft-inspired gameplay, whereas in Pixelgun, even though everything does look very Minecraft-inspired as well, there are a few things that we don't think would fit all too well in Minecraft. We see things like the newly designed portals and Area 52 labs, which takes a step back from everything being Minecraft-like. Like I've mentioned before though, just because one game is more Minecraft-themed, that doesn't mean it's a good or bad thing. This is just one of the 4 components we'll be comparing in this video. However, when talking about graphics, it's hard to tell which game is better. The similarities are just too vast, and both are, in the end, very Minecraft-inspired pixelated shooters. I can't give a point to either game with this aspect of the comparison, so it's a tie when it comes to graphics. Onwards into the next component of this comparison, we are going to take a look at what I would argue the most important aspect of any FPS is: gameplay. Gameplay is key to any shooting game. It's as simple as this: if you don't have good gameplay, you won't have a successful game. When we look at both games, we see a healthy number of players online at any given time, so both games have a plus in that respect. However, we cannot look at how many people are playing to determine which game is better. Mind you, Pixelgun has been out long before Pixel Strike. Pixelgun came out in August 2013, while Pixel Strike came out in October of 2015. So, just like I had similarly said in my Pixelfield vs Pixelgun video, Pixelgun has an over 2-year head start in collecting players, so it makes sense more people are playing that game. However, things can change a lot over the next 2 years, and in October 2019, there may be far more people playing Pixel Strike than Pixelgun in August 2017. But then again, we must look at other aspects of the gameplay. We must mention the overall balance of the guns. It's pretty obvious to anyone who's played both games which game is much more well-rounded in this respect: Pixel Strike. Pixelgun has far too many overpowered weapons which really ruin the fun for many people. The simple fact is, too many one-shot kill weapons and too many area damage weapons make an FPS less fun, and takes the skill out of it. Since guns take much longer to kill, and since there are less OP guns in Pixel Strike, skill really shines well in the game. If you have good accuracy, you will be the best at the game, unlike Pixelgun, where you can have 0 level of skill and still win matches with something like, say, the Ghost Lantern or the Stormhammer. In terms of guns, the guns are much more balanced and even have unique things about them with Pixel Strike, like iron sights, that definitely give them an edge over the Pixelgun weapons. Pixel Strike gameplay is much more smooth, it flows better, the animation of your character is more crisp, and it somehow seems more fast-paced without you dying extremely fast. As many people have come to know, it's kind of like a CSGO of pixelated shooters. In the end, when it comes to gameplay, Pixel Strike has definitely gotten the point, as gameplay is much better than in Pixel Gun 3D. Third, we need to talk about creativity, a new component I've added to this video when comparing two games. Creativity is important in a shooting game. It makes one stand out from another. You can create a wonderful indie shooting game, but if it's nothing more than a graphical update to something like Battlefield 3, for example, it's not going to gain any traction. You need something special, unique, and different. When looking at both games, we see creativity at every corner. With Pixel Gun, we see ridiculously creative weapons like the Pencil Thrower, Pitbull, and Pet Dragon, and many of the weapons are things you would have never even expected were possible in a shooting game. I mean, a hippo? A tiger's head? A midget gangster named Frank that carries around his own mini Thompson? How much more creative can you get? Not to mention having your own pets you can take into battle, a crafting menu where you can customize your main menu, crazy cool maps like Ants Life, Into the Code, which has since been removed but still super cool, and Emperor's Palace. Pixel Gun even has a sandbox mode, which, mind you, I don't particularly care for, still is an option to just hang out with friends and not shoot guns. However, with all this taken into account, we cannot damage the creativity of Pixel Strike. This is a very creative game as well. As I said, they decided to take a bold move and go more of the CSGO route with pixel shooters, something that's never been done before. You can create your own loadouts, which give preset gun variations similar to many other games, which I can't seem to figure out why Pixel Gun never did this. They have custom character menus like the Pixel Gun, but they have something called trails, which, hence the name, literally gives you a cool trail that falls around you in the maps you go into. You can get a peace trail, a fire trail, or even a special YouTuber trail like I have. They have unique game modes like bomb defuse and search and destroy missions similar to CSGO, Infected, Gun Game, my absolute favorite game mode where you can try out every single gun, and what I would personally say is most unique, in the missions, Operation Bathtub. You basically get to drive boats around in a bathtub and shoot enemies that way. It's hilarious. As you can see, both games are amazingly creative. However, with everything I've mentioned above, I just have to give the point to Pixel Gun because there are some things that are just that much more different and unique. Lastly, we will talk about ease of access. Ease of access basically means how easy it is to navigate around the app and get used to it when you first download it. When you first download the apps, they both have a tutorial set in place. This gives you a feel of the game and allows you to learn the basic controls. I feel like Pixel Strike's tutorial is a little bit better, as it's a bit more engaging, has more arrows guiding you, and overall seems a bit more user-friendly. Getting into both apps though, they are both very user-friendly. Pixel Gun has nice bright buttons to indicate Battle Now, Armory, and Friends, and while Pixel Gun doesn't have colorful buttons, the buttons are so large and the words so bold, it's quite easy to figure out exactly what to press to get into a multiplayer match. Everything is quite simple in both apps, no unnecessary coloring, no unnecessary complexity, and overall they are both very easy to get used to. In terms of gameplay, both apps allow you to edit control placement, so you can customize your game to your every need, and both games are quite intuitive. Overall, it's again very difficult to see which game is better in terms of ease of access. Despite being out for 2 years less, Pixel Strike has fast become as easy to get used to as Pixel Gun, and I can only imagine will get better and better from there. However, at this point in time, I must give a tie in this last aspect of game comparison, as it is too difficult to determine which game is easier to get used to. So there you have it. That was Pixel Gun versus Pixel Strike in a nutshell. In the end, it was a tie, but things can be very different very, very soon. If you were to ask me on a totally biased standpoint which game I like better, I'd go with Pixel Strike. I seriously am sick and tired of dying every 5 seconds to overpowered weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. Does that mean I'll be stopping Pixel Gun on my channel? No. My upload schedule for Pixel Gun isn't changing at all. But does that mean I'll be bringing Pixel Strike to my channel? Yes. after I get back from my vacation around July 29th, expect Pixel Strike to be a regular thing on my channel. Get hyped. The developers are so much more friendly and actually listen to their fans, unlike the Pixel Gun company, and they've been nice enough to give me a YouTube rank in the game. I'll be playing lots of Pixel Strike off camera this summer, so try and find me if you can. And hey, maybe I'll even friend you. But yeah, with that being said, that's basically it for this comparison. Both games are great, and if you haven't played one or the other or both, you really need to do so. They are addicting, and you will enjoy them both. With that being said though, hopefully you enjoyed this game comparison. I had a lot of fun making it, so I hope it was worth the time and effort I put into it. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and like I said, make sure to leave a like for the next game comparison, Block City Wars versus Pixel Gun. Block City Wars is basically the GTA 5 of pixelated shooters, so it should be an interesting video if it happens. But it'll only happen if you guys want it, of course. Anyways, if you feel the desperate urge to comment why you like one game over the other, please give your reasons why in the comments below. To put it bluntly, let me know in the comments why you like one game over the other. If this is the first video you are watching on my channel, make sure to subscribe for more awesome Pixel Gun 3D and Pixel Strike 3D content. You will not be disappointed. Anyways, that's it. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I will see you all in the next episode. Which, by the way, stay tuned, because it's a Deadly Games episode.